where the music stops. Right here on Radar Radio. He made me say it twice. This is where the music stops. Stop.
Yo, thank you for tuning in to Rated R Radio. I'm your host, DJ Rated R, up in here with my homegirl, Tamika Shantae.
Hey.
And last but not least, my homeboy, Ken Fees.
Yeah, where else would I be?
Giving it to him straight.
No chaser.
No chaser. Yeah, man, she giving boys a run for their money. And, you know, what's so crazy is, in this day and age, you know, it's almost like she's, the 3D Not T lady that you was speaking about, they almost harder than the dudes that's out, you know. I mean, if you look at like who's considered a hard rapper or who's considered, you know, a tough talking rapper, is really only a handful that's out in the mainstream that's doing it. And, you know what I'm saying, other than that, everybody else is pretty, you know, singing melodies or you know, getting high or whatever, or turning up, you know, in their rhymes. They're not really on no tough talk like Young and May. These girls, they in your face with it. They in your face with it. So, like I said, man, shout out to them. Everybody who's using their imagination to live out their dream. I respects that. Straight up. And yeah. I hate the dang on camera went off because it killed the flow. What I was talking about.
Turn it back up.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, shout out to those who are living out their dreams. And those who are still dreaming and may live them out in the future.
Yep. Straight up. Hold on 1 second, y'all.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yeah. I get up over in here. Yeah. Okay, now we in. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and we back. And man, yo, hey, anybody have any, you know what I'm saying, I'll be damn moments this week, or any like, man, what's going on, or
were you damned this week? Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
You know, I tried to write something down if I said it or anything. I don't think nothing surprises
so
me.
nothing, hey, so you say nothing surprised you no more.
Oh, no, yeah, nothing surprises me. You know, I agree there. You know what I'm saying? Well, shit, dude, I would say, well, I'll be damned if I didn't do some work 7 days out the week last week.
7 days.
7 days.
Not 1 day off to...
You know what I'm saying? Now, it might not have been 7 days in the place, but it was 7 days. It was some work done. You know what I'm saying? I like to turn it off on Friday. Click it. I like to turn that thing off. But yeah, it was 7 days, you know, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lock that away in a certain piece of my mind, and that was last week. Tomorrow, shutting it off at 5.
That's it.
Just out of there.
That's it.
I did get a random inbox from some guy in New York asking me to be his manager and to check out his songs on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Management.
How you
put that to the resume?
When I be damned if
Oh.
he ain't horrible.
That was my next question. Like, what was that music talking about?
Oh my gosh, I have to show y'all.
What was
later.
it? Rap, R&B?
No, it was R&B. And I'm like, where'd you even come from? And how did you find me?
Man, Facebook, man. I be thinking it'd be fake people with some accounts, man. Just
it do.
on there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how he found me.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I mean, even on social media, you know what I'm saying, you get a lot of friend requests and things like that. And some of these people, like, I've seen them before or I know them through a person, but, like, well, if I sit with you and a group of people and me and you never have a conversation, but I have a long conversation with this other person, don't inbox me.
No,
don't friend request me. I don't know you, cuz. We not cool. I want you looking at pictures of my family. We ain't cool like that, fam.
Facebook etiquette 101. Go back to a couple of earlier podcasts. We talk about that, man. Facebook
don't
etiquette.
You do it.
Yes, man. And friend requests be off the chain sometimes. I'll focus on it, you know. But no, I really don't have any. I really don't have too many. You know what I'm saying? Wow moments or whatever. I really didn't have none actually. I've been in the crib, man. Y'all seen that movie, Birth of a Nation? I didn't get a chance to check it out. Y'all saw it yet?
I did.
I checked
was
it out. I checked it out.
How was it?
It was a good movie. I think I don't want to don't spoiler alerts, but it was a good movie. I think I wanted more like
Rebel.
more Rebel, but it gave more of like the backstory of Nat Turner. You know what I'm saying? Kind of why he, kind of like that turning point of what made the
What was the turning point?
Rebel pop off. Well, it was a couple things. I can't really tell you the turning points without giving away the a main piece of the movie,
Okay.
but it was some couple large areas of disrespect. It was like a disrespect level here. And it's like it was up to this level, and then saying that next piece was that nudge over the edge, and it's like, hey fam, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? And it was interesting because the movie kind of touched on of course he was I guess you would say a preacher,
Okay.
I mean, saying he preached to the slaves at that time. And of course, people heard, other slave masters heard about, oh, he preaches to the slaves, things out of the Bible. And they're like, hey, can you bring Nat through and, talk to my slaves, have him preach to them some of those key verses of the Bible that, has you talking about, wait and, be patient. So some of the things that are, that would, appeal to the mindset of the slave of saying like, hey, things will be better. But then
Have
also, but then
Can
also,
we pause there for a second?
not just yet.
Uh-huh.
But then also, after, a couple of turning points, Nat began to realize there were some other verses in the Bible that, for every, wait and have patience, there's a verse or two of like, hey, it's time to ride, and we try to do X, Y, and Z. And that's kind of why how he got the, the group of men together to rebel.
That's what I wanted to know.
Oh yeah. So he had some turning points in his life, and a little bit in others' lives that might have slightly touched him, but then a couple points in his life that was like, all right, yeah, it's I ain't talking about this verse no more. I'm gonna talk about this verse. It sounds good to the slave master, but it's really cold. Like, hey, it's time for a change. So that's kind of what was the rally. They kind of got everybody together. Another point of the movie I would like to discuss. We'll talk about it off camera because I don't want to spoil it. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
But I saw some common day themes up in there. I don't want to spoil it for y'all if y'all plan on going to see it. But if you're not, I'll spoil it for you.
It was some common day. Like
It was some common day things. I was just like,
they just threw that in.
no. It was like back then.
Oh.
It was for that time, but I could see it
Like,
common day.
in
Like
this day and age. Oh,
something
okay.
This mother.
Oh, okay.
It was one particular character. You know what I'm saying? They was like, hey, you ain't ready for this. They let him be a part of it, and he ended up being a downfall at the end. That's all I'm gonna say.
Judas sounds like.
It was just like,
Wow.
this
Wow.
type of happens every day.
That's interesting, and yeah, because the thing here is before this story came about, I had heard about him being a preacher, and I also heard about him, leading a rebellion and things of that nature. But I also heard about what he did was he was able to talk to the people through code and was able to talk to the slaves and rally them up, through code, through the Bible. And he had realized, like you said, like, man, I'm preaching this good word to the people, but the slave masters is liking it because I'm telling them to be patient, to be still, to be kind, be obedient. I think it was more so they looked at the Bible as a tool for being obedient for our people. And and he realized, like, man, we gotta rebel. This is not we are living in the times that we shouldn't be living in. And I feel like that same mantra needs to apply to today. To some extent, I feel like churches. We go to church and we get fed the word, and they preach on. And I'm a church going person, so I can speak on this or whatnot. But They preach this and they preach that or whatnot, and they preach be obedient and have faith. They tell you to have faith and be patient and wait, but at the same time, man, there is a call to action that we have to have in our community that needs to be called about. There's a personal responsibility that we all need to take account for, take action for. It's like we always point the finger at someone else or things like that. So I think it's a lot of call to actions, not necessarily to rebel, but maybe to do certain other things in our community that can drive us together as a more stronger force, and versus just going to church just to hear, a faith word. I feel like we need to hear a forceful word and something to drive the people forward. I'm gonna hit that pulpit one day, y'all. I'm gonna be up there. But until then, this is my pulpit, and this is where I'm speaking from, and I'm speaking from an experienced churchgoer. And so I just wanted to speak on that real quick. And I like I like where the movie's headed. I haven't seen it yet. I do plan on watching it, and yeah, we're gonna chop it up about that. You got any ideas or any like you kind of holding your tongue, holding yourself from saying something there, Mister? I hope I didn't offend you or nothing like that, man. But or anybody watching, and that's the thing, man. It's always like we say things around church people in hopes to not offend. I don't even think it should be like that. Like, you need to hear my opinion, my point of view, just like you want me to hear your point of view. I'm not denouncing anything with the Bible or anything like that. I'm just looking at the way that man is somewhat taking religion and the way that we are somewhat looking at religion. And I think there needs to be some remodifications in it. I think he felt that way in the movie. He felt like, man, we need to take the word and we need to use it for the building of our people versus the building of their plantation. So I think that's possible in this day and age, and I hope that movie does a lot. I hear all the controversy around it with him being involved in that rape case, and they're trying to attach that to the movie, get people coming out speaking against
acquitted,
it. Yeah, and he was acquitted. So, shout out to Nate Parker for creating a masterpiece. I do plan on seeing it. I'm pretty sure I know it's Oscar award winning. And again, our brother used his imagination. Yep. He learned about Nat Turner, used his imagination, and there he is. So that was a mouthful, a handful, and a bit, but I had to get that off my chest, y'all. So we're going to be right back. We got a couple other things we're going to chop it up with y'all about, so y'all stay tuned right here on Rated R Radio.